Wow, seems like we were just here. Excited to be kicking off another season. I think that we've got a good nucleus of players back. A lot of people want to talk about the guys we lost, and we lost some very good football players, but I'd rather focus on the 15 starters we have coming back. So I think for the first time since I've been here, we've got a really large senior class. We'll have some seniors who are playing. Last year's team, I think, had 6 scholarship seniors, not very many who played. So, excited about the upcoming season. We understand that we've got a tremendous schedule, especially our road schedule in the league and out of the league as well. But, it'll be interesting. I feel if we can stay relatively healthy and continue to make progress, I think we can have a good football team. So we'll see what happens. Questions? Well, they've been working hard so far. I mean, we had 2 shorts practice, and this morning we went in shells, so we're 3 days in. But all in all, they've worked hard. I think they had a good off season, a good summer, and they understand our tempo now and what we want, and so we haven't had a day where they took off yet. All 3 days have been productive. Well, I don't know. I think everybody motivates. A lot of people motivate themselves differently. I think that we talked about that a little bit last night in a team meeting, not about having a chip on your shoulder, about where people predicted us to be and where they think we'll finish. The good thing is we get to play the games. We get to determine that. They don't. So you'll see. All you ask for is a chance to play the games. If you get beat, you get beat. It's a little bit different. I think Anthony will have a really good year. We've got some other guys who play in that position. Lucas Cox, we moved there in the spring. Lucas had a great spring. Preston Lyons can play in there. Richard can play in there. So we've got some depth at that position, and it may be more than one guy. But Anthony's a very talented guy, and I think he's excited about moving in there.
Will he play any A-ball?
Probably not. I mean, we don't have any plans right now to do that. I mean, he could. He knows where to go. But right now the plan's not for him to do that.
Did he work at B-back any last year?
Yeah, he did. And he actually was a B-back when he came here. That's where he first started. So it's not like he's going back there and having to try to just learn from scratch. So he's been there. No, I think we've got depth. We've got pretty good competition at most every position, and that usually makes you better.
Is that a function of more scholarships that you refer to, or is it getting more players that y'all recruited into your system?
We're probably going to be up in scholarships a little bit. We're getting closer to 85, but we've had a lot of players that we recruited playing already. It makes for a good story to paint it the other way, but it's not necessarily true. I think if you go back and you look at the starters or the guys who've played a lot, there have been a ton of guys who, it's been a pretty good mix. Maybe the higher marquee names were here, but there's been a lot of these guys play, thus 15 starters back. I think where guys have redshirted a little bit's been on the line of scrimmage. Well, that'll be up to them. I mean, we're going to play the 5 best guys, and truthfully, if you asked me who was going to be the starting anything up there, I couldn't tell you. I think there's competition. Sean Bedford's going to have his hands full every day to keep his job. We've got probably 4 guards that could start. There's at least 3 tackles, maybe 4 that could start. So, we'll see. Either we got depth or we don't have anybody any good. So, we'll see.
Which position battles are you most looking forward to seeing how they play out before the South Carolina State game?
Well, I think it's just like I said. I mean, there's going to be guys at every position that there's competition. I can't think of you know, Brad Jefferson is probably pretty solid. Joshua Nisbet's probably pretty solid. Other than that, you know, there's competition at most of the other spots. So, you know, it may start out with some guys starting early, and then you'll go to the other guys before you get very far into the season. And you never know what's going to happen with the injuries. You never know what's going to happen with things. You know, a lot of depth can disappear in one practice if you cart 2 or 3 guys out, especially if they're at the same position. But, you know, even on defense, I'm looking out there this morning, you know, the safeties. I mean, you got 2 guys who started last year. They were playing second team. You got and that we don't have a first team, second team, but you know, you got Cooper Taylor and Isaiah Johnson who are playing with one group, and Mario Edwards and Gerard Tarrant playing with another group. And then you also got, whether he plays corner or whatever, there's Dominique Reese, there's Rashad Reed, there's Mario Butler, there's Russ Wheating. I mean, not counting all the other new guys. So there's some competition. It's going to be good. It'll be good for everybody.